Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posse. Spola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed out children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon bases to silicone base. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released for president with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. Chi-town, who am I but Chi-town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide out. Blue sky but high ground, my crown slash helmet. So my aircraft stealth spit, can't be tied down or even seatbelted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I just felt it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked, it caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust off on some ice, some velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, just a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit to a fly. So haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still in hand, but with Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill. I'm Tuttle shit. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow. I set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scam. Need more to scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper opera. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dating space AC, y'all. Busters stuck in the case, face off. After the shape, the state using faith, we fraud. Battle start intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am a depth, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, spray the adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel of a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lives with your fans get. The world jewels and pearls when I transmit as a transcript, or I just spit it off the top to see the shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Yo, check this out. Y'all want to know where all the snake venom comes from and where it's made at? I'm gonna show you right now. This is where all the snake venom comes from, is made right here. All the snake venom in America by that man right there. He goes out here and gets the deadliest snakes and collects the venoms, and then he makes snake venom. What you call it? You know, you know. So I want to go there tomorrow and check it out. But hey, let's wait until we get back. I just want to go to check the mail. It said I had something delivered. It ain't really nothing. So yeah.
I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people, old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
So, y'all really thought that I was done with y'all? Nah, I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact: yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow, Mao, Big Mac, but the earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side eyes. Looking past the sci-fi.
Hey, look, one of y'all could be out here. Some of you that like to work on little things, you can have your own little shop right here, yo. We got to clear that. I'm going to come down here today and clear that shit out. I'm going to come down here, and if I got a boom, 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 if something's in there, I got to kill it or whatever. I don't want to kill none, but sometimes you got to. So, yeah, I was thinking about actually setting something up, but like a little, like, smelting, which that's kind of small for smelting, but like whoever comes out here and decides to build, you can actually, in the entrance on the land here on the property, you can actually utilize that. We can close it and everything else. Hell, you can make a little place where people sit down and watch a little tube and have a couple of drinks, you know, right here. Like where we gather, you know, we can add on to it. It needs nothing but 6x6s, 2x6 by 18 by 20. That's all it is, with spars in there, 2x10s. It's real simple, and that's mesh. It can be enclosed in with corrugated steel or a plywood. Put hemp or a wool or cotton insulation. Deck it out. Raise it about 2 feet based on grout. We'll dig it down half a foot. Gravel, grout, bang it down, more grout, bang it down, then put a moisture barrier, and, you know, put a little thing where somebody can walk behind, have the TV up behind it, a couple of chairs or benches, and, you know, have little drinks back there, and people sit around, gather and talk. We could bring it out about another 10 feet right up to this shed. We can make that for storage for beer and alcohol, or for even food, like juicing. It can be done right here. People come in, but hey, look, we're going to see Red and them, go up to and let's grab something healthy to eat. You know. Ideas, right? But yeah, I'm definitely going to go in there and clear it out. I was going to do it by myself because I don't want those guys to be screaming. Should I start blasting on Bobcat or, you know, or whatever may be in there. But I'm just going to go in there, put the light in, tack it in. If something tacks, boom, boom, and open the door and get the cobwebs and get it back to where it was. So I was going to do it by myself, but because I don't want them to be jumping and, you know, let them know, hey, look, if you get gunfire, you know, with gunshots, you know, it's me clearing it out if necessary. But I haven't seen nothing coming out. I'm gonna put a trail cam. I gotta go and pick up a deep freezer because I got butcher box and a few things coming. And his freezer's not big enough, and our fridge is not big enough. The freezer in there is very small. It's like college dorm type. And so I'm gonna go out to Home Depot and pick up just a 7 foot, no 14, you know, that's about 300, 7 foot. If I was to get the 7 foot and have it shipped here like by Monday, it would be like almost $300. And it's only like 178, something like that. And if any of y'all made any donations, please let me know you made donations here, because they even though they fixed it, there's still issues, and I haven't seen no donations. So I was like, and so I hit Cashapp, and I was like, hey, look, it better not be no little goofy Hindu in here stealing money. And they just said, oh, no, we're getting in touch with somebody. So if you have it, then cool. What's going on with my tire, sir? I got some air in my left rear tire. Okay. It's the cold and heat. That's cool. There's nothing wrong. It's the same. But yeah, so if you have made a donation here in the last 3 days, put a 1. If you haven't, don't put nothing. Okay? Absolutely nothing. Let me see what we got here. I don't know, probably some garbage. Oh. Okay. The psyllium husk. So mix that with the yeah, okay. All right. That stuff works good. Removing stuff out your body. But let me set it up over here and come on, talk to you guys. It's a thing called Think, you know what I mean? I need to take this thing to the car wash. I really do. I used to wash my truck every once a month. And I ain't been washing nothing. Crazy. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and set this up out there. Yo, T, I got that psyllium husk, God. Yo, T, you still? Yo, T. Oh, yeah, he's going to be in there for about an hour. Set it up. Shot y'all out here in a minute. Oh, shit. There we go. Tarnish up there. Just fine. A little vinegar and salt. Clean your copper out, guys. lemon will cause a problem. You don't want to use lemon in your opera. And if you can, use distilled water and mineralize it. The fluoride in the bottled water these idiots are putting in there still. It'll still mess you up. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was going back looking at some old repurposed or recolorized videos from like Netherlands and stuff like that. You know, it's funny that in 1945, after the so-called collapse of Germany, all the cowards were given guns by you know who, and Norway, Denmark, Poland, Netherlands, and these so-called men, these young goofy men like the ones you see here today, were going around murdering a lot of women and then cutting off their hair because they slept with Germans. But you'd be not surprised to know that a lot of them fought with the Germans, sided with them. They knew the purpose. This is why I keep telling y'all, like, thinking is a very important thing, you know what I'm saying? And though most people choose not to, here we got the people who come in. If you don't mind, come in, like, subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell. But what's real funny is you have this ODA, this Delta operator, burnt up beyond recognition. When it's well known that the Cybertruck, they have self-driving ones. Then you had this brother who they're attempting to make beside ISIS. This Islamophobia, when it's the Zionists who are the problem, and what's even more worse, yet pragmatic, is the fact that you have a lot of goofies who still believe the Trade Center was brought down by some people out of Saudi. Just like the magic bullet. And yet you see what these individuals, these institutionalized monkeys, these presidents in the APAC and all these Zionist Christians, which existed before the narrative of so-called, and Zionists are not Jews, even though they created it. Just like they did with Christian and Islam. I know I have more respect for the brothers and sisters that practice Islam than I do Christianity, and it's with purpose. Just like they say Hebrewism. Hebrew is not a religion. They have perverted so much. It's like, how do people not think? How do they not process the reality of this? Now, it's not a conundrum for me. I'm not flabbergasted or bamboozled by people's ignorance. There's a lot of people out here. I'm eternally bonded to, regardless of how. Y'all can't think. You come in here, you're looking, you can't hit the like, you don't know what to do. You're not even supportive of yourself. If a lot of you are that suicidal, or some of you, you're capable, and they're utilizing you. Oh, it's against your will, but you have no will. Make it make sense, right? I'll chop it up later. But what is so hard? See, even on YouTube, there are more these Africans, right? When you call Africans, and we're talking about the real ones, not the ones that are like us who are from here. They're using everything about us and light skins, religion, and everything else. Our people, whether in England, UK, Canada, whatever, they're using our people to be the front base, using the term black, which would be akala, this, that, and other, which is defamation of character and identity, based on a falsitude. This is why I say the falsitude of the Franz Boas and all those, Herzkovit and all those individuals of false, fake identities. And they're using it as to benefit their own theology, which is steeped in the enemy's narrative. They'll never rise above the occasion, even against their own ruthless leaders who have sided on to the Talmudic, Masonic, whatever you want to call it. It's a perversion. All these orders are a perversion of the truth. And the enemy has to use these things in order to create the narrative you see painted. Even with knowing the Caucasian was a Negroid race of people. No longer, and wherever the few remaining may be. Even the Aryan has nothing to do with pale skin. It's just, look, people choose not to think. They don't want to think. I'm at this place where I don't have to see it. People don't want to think. Then why are you moving around? Why do you get up and do what you do? If you don't want to process your thoughts and choose the scripted narrative, why are you moving? There's things I know and I'm not here to divulge. Not even in the story I gotta tell. Because you idiots are gonna stay where you're at. And those of you eye hustling and ear hustling. Has any of y'all taken the chance to listen to every word Hitler said, or even to learn German and listen and actually learn what he says when you're home? I had a friend in high school who spoke very good German. He was like, man, this is what Hitler's saying in these things that we was watching, not on microfiche, but remember the little, the videos you can watch, how it was set back then. And he was repeating what he was saying. I was like, that don't sound like he's trying to conquer the world. But near the end, that his doctor was giving him meth and a whole lot of things. He wanted to live longer. And his wounds from war was only exaggerated. And mentally, he became unstable because he knew that the enemy was still around him that he was attempting to get rid of. As you see, they brought him here. Down so-called South America, Canada. This was always established and from their point of view. And there always had to be a role played to get everybody right where they need them. And if you want to believe in everything that's going on, that means like knowing, right? If you want to believe in all that, then you're just no more than a subject. You are now a peasant. So you don't need to come over here because I don't deal with peasants. I don't deal with those walking not even in their own grip of themselves. If you want to run around in your delusional state, then so be it. If you want to hold on to the world they gave you, this is not for you. Okay? Theodore Albert Herzl, Hindi. Y'all do the research on him. Don't pay attention to the lie. Go deep. I had somebody want to tell me about Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi wasn't walking for no black folk. For those of you who believe you're black and crayon color and all that other goofy stuff. He was going for the lighter skinned people saying, do not be like the blacks. We don't have to get into the Boer Wars and all that goofy stuff, Who do you think created that? It was more conquering, assiduating, or keeping people in a place that first segregation happened from so-called Europe and this, that, and other. And then systematically started eradicating, like you see right over there going on in the Gaza and Palestine. They all know Byzantine. I don't want to get into all these words. I don't call that place Palestine. I don't call it, and definitely not Israel. And as I stated, and more people are seeing this, if you want to be a pedophile, convert to Judaism and go over to Palestine. That's what they do here. Oh, they lock up some of the so-called American ones who convert. That's just a ploy for the media. Because see, they're an intrepid disease. They're a state of vile excrement. Okay. And why is the world still running around parlaying and being a part of that? What's going on? How come people can't think? Why is it so hard for you to think? To process this thing they call thought. You know what that means is thumbing through the Rolodex based on a gut instinct. where's your heart gonna hold you to? Where's it gonna, you know? Because, you know, we say we think here, right? Some would say, well, isn't it when you open a book and read it? Well, your book is scrabbled up. If you don't know what the author of the first book, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, you don't know the contents. You don't know where to select to read for certain things. But your decision making doesn't happen here. Because you pulled out a certain piece of information doesn't mean that you made the appropriate decision. Gut instinct to say, well, based on what I'm seeing, if you want to be lucrative in your thought, based on what I'm seeing, I have to sacrament a relationship with it, right? And I have to look at me, myself, and say, well, is this the proper thing? I mean, you got 47 people, those people, 47%, I think it's higher than that, honestly, over in Palestine, who call themselves, you know, the other thing, right? Tazars, Khazars, Gujars, whatever, right? Who believe that they have the right to rape men, murder babies. We don't think like that. We're not feeding our people the gators. We're not running around lynching. I told you the first people they lynched on this land were light skinned. Remember the president they killed during the World's Fair? Who didn't want to see what was going on? He didn't want to make that sacrifice, so they sacrificed him. What's so hard with thinking? They come in here and looking. And we know that they're messing with the algorithm, so you know who it is coming to look other than you guys who sit there waiting for me to fly. Right? I'm not doing no, y'all call keep whatever that crap is. They got y'all believing in magic. And that's just not how it works. It's, magic is bull crap. Well, there's a reality to it, but a narrative. But fundamentally, we've already been through it. And a lot of you will never attain it because you don't know how to think. Go through the Rolodex. Be well self-informed. And see things that come into another reality. The majority are despots seeking something, regardless of who's been situated in something. Last night I'm listening to the vehicles go up and down the road, and I hear a truck door open about 100 yards up. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's nothing there. Who's getting out for what? But the vehicle's still moving. So I was telling T, man, I'm about to arm up and go and make patrol. And I said, no, the energy here is just right. It's perfect for us. No need to. There are things that they will never know. Regardless of all that the few know. And they'll sit there and because they can't think. When you're given an order to do something and you reciprocate that order, you are no longer who you think you are. And some don't mind it. You got to remember, you got people running around calling themselves furries and canines, and dogs, and all kinds of stuff. Right? Putting on masks and being the most perverse of it. They have totally given into it and they think it's love. And I told you love doesn't mean what you think it is. It's the opposite. And they do it as if it's for their own convenience when there's nothing convenient about it. If you think that they're still not attempting to take your rifle, your guns, or to subjugate you, with individuals who don't know laws, they don't respect the Constitution or the Bill of Rights, which is the first establishment. They've accepted the radicalization, ratification, which was actually radicalized. If you sit there and that is what you hold on to, then you're a non-thinker. Literally. If you are given words that are enticing to the good side of things, the righteous or whatever you want to call it, on not the Jannah, right? And you choose to do things in the Jannah, the darkness, what makes you think it's going to work out all right for you? Okay, they gave you hell. Oh, wow. Let me tell you about that, right? Show or whatever, right? Not to dispel or to acclimate to, say yay to, nay or yay. When I tell you that phonetically, you cannot even imagine. If you think that, let's say God, creator, if you think that it has got to show up, to show out, that shows you how marginalized, and even the things that no other are. You are truly your own worst problem. The more and more I see individuals get into the catacombs of existence that have no way out, a myriad like platonic relationship with the undivine, there will be no mercy. It doesn't matter how long or how many times. And if that's your decision because you like the physical, not real, and no, even if you know that the physical is unimportant, not omnipotent, excuse me. If you're going against everything and you've established this quartet with the Zuna, you're not going to like how it ends. There's no preparation. You know how they say in the Hollywood goofy movies, we'll see you in hell. You know how many times I heard people really say that? I'm looking at these people like, what an idiot. And I'm not defamation of character. This is what they sacramented. I'm sitting there going, dumb. You don't even know what you're subscribing to. And someone say, but isn't the devil? They say you're going to go to hell, soul, right? The lower part, sin. It's your existence. There's a balance, not good and bad. That's their myriad of fiction that you cannot decipher. To the heaven, to the crown, prison, right? Bring about and purification that have order based on the design of what they call the 7 chakras. But because you're so outside, you have no real conclusion. The portion you pay is not even by your own hand. If that's what you want to call this. Extensions like radar, sonar, energy, vectors, if you want to use these terms, oscilloscope, right? Oscillating, right? Why would you accept everything that they paint? I mean, you have Iranian missiles that have come across the border. Ground to air. Missiles. Okay? Oh yeah. I was watching because somebody said, Red, you know that it was, I was like, I'm crazy, so I'm watching YouTube and I'm looking for it. I like Eddie Hall, makes me laugh. Once was the strongest man in the world, right? He cracks me up. He shooting the big guns, and then it pops up like it was the AI giving me one, and it's Sean Ryan talking with a confidant, and he's stating exactly what somebody said to me. This is for Sean Ryan to show. How are ground-to-air missiles getting across the border here? It's not like people don't know how to make them. They won't be on here, DIY. That's not how it works. There's a systemic, problematic issue that is driving everybody mad. Making you have thoughts convenience for them inconvenient for you, conveniently having you have thoughts, and you can't even figure it out. As if you're going to nurture it and create. Well, you're creators. So that it's very plausible and possible. Yet you choose not to think. I don't get that. Yesterday, I wanted them to come in and tell me about the Confederacy. Well, I'm throwing little dib-dabs and little sips of tea here and there. Nobody had nothing to say. But any other time, y'all all have a lot to say. I see y'all talk about certain things. It's not like you don't know. But then you don't qualify yourself. Like, how do you not process thought? How is it that you're incapable of thinking? So that means to tell me that everybody's walking around in a false conviction of existence. You don't accept the fact that you're sentient. Well, how could you if you're doing things that go against that very existence? And they have not only monopolized the minimalization of their existence, you sacramented it. You made it sacred to be that outside of natural order. You know what natural order is alluding to about a terminology definition of that? Something that was always, regardless of the up and down. Right? We created the roller coaster, right? The electric one too. And that Cyclone, well, I should ride that thing and get whiplash. Because as fun as it was reminding you that life is turbulent and you're going to get whipped around in all different directions. A reminder is the cyclone. Something that is very destructive. What does a cyclone do? Doesn't it bring in tons of water? Doesn't it flood? Isn't it a hell of a storm? Hell of a storm that rages out at sea. Mile high water crashing that no one could be in. A state of out of order, a dysfunction to the narrative of creation. So, if whiplash and the cyclone is your ride, but phonetically you are not processing thought. You are a non-thinker. You're just an actor. Ergo, the spell. I detest when people say the word wisdom as if they're wise. And yet they move like tokens on an invisible board that there is no game. And ergo, again, they make up the game. That has nothing to do with whom you may be or are. An existence in its right. Right. You know what I mean? How do you have a platonic relationship with yourself being in non-existence? Prove to me that you're existing. No one's going to say nothing because y'all talk all the time, but you're not going to say nothing here. Prove to me that you're token is not good, right? Because can a token, like in Hollywood, be something that you shouldn't touch, that can bring demise, destruction? Why is that no one thinks? Why is that it's easier to go against everything and to believe, not lack of that you're going to be rewarded for that. As if a reward was supposed to. The reward was your existence. The reward is to walk in your true self. The reward is not low or high self-esteem. It's not ego and it's not anything, win or lose. Everybody's losing right now if y'all want to play that game. There's no World Cup. There's no cutting the net from the rim. There's no Stanley Hall. There's no Oscar based on a Negro. There's no none of that. Look at all these dumb Negroes bodybuilding, right? I'm gonna get the saying down. He was one of the biggest racist Jews in the. Look. Why is nobody thinking? Hey Sharon, old Mac, what's up? What's up? All right, baby, go slaughter. Ganja, Fred Hank, what's going on, beloveds? Max V, original Lone Wolf, Kane Johnson. Sit out, shout y'all out. Why is no one thinking? Why are y'all propagating to belong an event that you have literally allowed? As if you're gonna fly, it's gonna fly by you. No. If you tell me you think you're intelligent, that means you're unintelligent because you have to think. That means you lack the knowledge of knowing. And what repository are you with? We created an almanac. What is the almanac? Somebody in here tell me, what's the almanac? What is it for? So please, somebody tell me what the almanac is for right here. Google it. I don't care. What is the almanac for? I just want to know, and I'm going to point something out. I know, but I want someone in here right now to go over there. Look, almanac. Put it in here. I'll give you 2 minutes. I gotta take care of this. 2 minutes. Almanac. Man, what is the hell? I like to break up comfortability. I don't believe in that. I don't know what that is. I don't hold to it. I have no knowledge of it. The almanac is about farming. Almanac, like 2 minutes. Thinkers. Y'all are proving a point. Look it up. Look up almanac. It's first creation by us. And what is the almanac? When you ever looked in the almanac, people in the library? Y'all ever open the almanac up? What is the almanac? I need some of this copper. Oh, that's some good stuff. Oh, that's good. Almanac. Not what you have, not one specific. What was the almanac in its not the subversion? What was it in its creation to allude to? What was the purpose of the almanac? What was the purpose of the almanac? I could never been a teacher. Because I'd have burnt down the school. And what does that allude to, Kane Johnson? Certain current listeners, I want y'all to think, certain current events, farming, weather, tides, and who would know about tides, weather, farming? What does that do as far as circumventing a map that lays out a quatrain, a terror, right? A terrain, right? What is the almanac basically about? But you can only do that if you know about what? The earth, right? Seasons aren't events. Going to watch Ganja sing on stage is an event. To watch T jump over hurdles would be an event. What is the natural order if we created it and they didn't? Think. And if they get in order for us to write tracking it, ergo, that's not really what it does. But anyway, and the benefits of it, that means that our people knew more about whether it be seasons, cultivating the soil, where to build, what direction to face the temples, the castles, by the narrative they call them castles and all that crap, right? That means whoever created it knew the earth. See, when you think, you go beyond all literary that's put in front of you. Those things don't allow you to see exactly what it is. Because every one of you start pointing at the things that impoverish, that is selective. Impoverished means it's not unity. So therefore, there's no what? There's no order. Everybody's all over the place. And I brought out the simplest thing. If we created an almanac, because it is a we and them, and that's how they play it, right? That's how they play it, right? Why is it that nobody's thinking? Because the almanac was based upon knowledge of knowing. Rockefeller came in, right? People were taking vitamin D back in the 1950s, and the hospitals were half empty. We got to do something different. Well, here comes the flu. All of a sudden, smallpox pops like all of a sudden, we got a whole thing of cholera and mumps and measles pops out again. Whoa. People were still living too long. It's funny that our people lived over 100 and everybody else was dying at 45, 50. Some didn't even make it in Europe to 38. So those are events, aren't they? But if you want to change it, what do? You create something outside the natural order of things. Why? And you convince them by what? Educating them and making them selfish. So I'm going to look at farming. I'm going to look at me and my yacht on the ocean. I'm going to look at where I'm going, what direction. I'm going to look at how the corn is growing. I'm going to look at the crows. I'm going to look at the people migrating. I'm going to create all these things and know nothing. Because I'm not thinking. My information is skewed. These individuals, all they know is death and chaos and destruction, and haven't given nothing other than the fact to say, I'm a Jew, you're anti-Semitic. At the same time, subjugated everybody in the fake Christian Zionists and the other ones and everybody else in religious orders, cults, were outside of the natural order of things because they haven't created shit. They can't think. So they're led like sheep to the slaughter when sheep shouldn't be slaughtered. Because you are not sheep. And neither are they really for the eat. But because you don't know this, you've only acquiesced what they've given. Where's the thinking? Why do you think I started off with the Netherlands and all that after Germany fell, right? Because some women slept with some cats from Germany to be in a better position. But the cowards weren't running around doing nothing, but they wanted to shoot the women, they cut their hair off and make them run around the streets so it's stupid. To destroy, to keep the destruction going. Like the one called Holocaust, people only know Holocaust, the word itself, the fake ass word means sacrifice. Why? Because no one's thinking. You like what they give you. Almanac was based on everything. I just gave you a nice little verbal, definition using examples. Definition means to define, right? Yeah. When of my beloveds going to start thinking? Y'all think you're making choices, ergo making choices. You think, so therefore, ergo you're not thinking. Because you're not picking the best of choices because you don't know what the best of choices is. Ergo, that means you can't think. Because you're not thinking. Subjugation is a mother, isn't it? How about moving around and you're subjugated and yet you think, not thinking, you think that you're not subjugated and you're moving on your own accord. Tell me how you're moving on your own accord. Talking about the other week about stop creating something out of nothing. Me and you had this conversation while painting and working. We keep looking for something instead of stepping into nothing to see clear. And when you see clear, you don't have to see because you know. Therefore, you don't have to think. It's there. There's nothing to challenge you, dismiss. It's irrelevant because there is nothing. And I know y'all want to make something, right? It is nothing doesn't mean it's not something. But you don't have to make something. They keep making all these somethings and y'all keep acclimating to them and you circumvent these somethings and here goes the confliction and confusion. There's no wisdom. Ergo, no one is wise. And to have wisdom and be wise means to be what? Steeped in nothing. To be more pragmatic in your existence means to be what? Existing. I gotta get some of that damn honey, because pollen's still flying around here, y'all. Good gracious. I'm not totally used to it yet. Yeah, because it's a frequency. And it's actually quite magnificently beautiful. but it exists in its natural state. You can see it without a microscope. You know that? As tea and ganja, like if you look at the sky, you don't have to see blue. Ain't that right, T? I showed them something that was always there for them to see. Isn't that right, ganja? You see what they made you see. And then the diversions is that they're poisoned and polluted because they think that you see it belongs to them. They think it's a game, y'all. See, this is the impracticality of practical unpurpose. Stop being a bandwagon layer with those around you. What is destiny? Is destiny anything? Who interprets what destiny is? Is destiny meaningful? Is it real? Who would need destiny? Only ones that would need destiny who are the ones who are directing and refocusing. That has nothing to do with existence. It's a state of purgatory. Like the murk and mire, the Gulf. You got individuals walking around now talking about those who are alone when they die, right? They're going to be in a world of what? A world of what? Why is it a world? The world moves around. That's what everybody thinks when you say world. When they say Earth, the first thing they think is about a basketball, or softball, or volleyball, or tennis ball, or baseball, and that's not what it is. They have scripted it. Just like you think the sky is blue, because you can't see what really is. You don't know how to pick in a Rolodex. We use it as an annotation. We sit there as an antidote. The sky's blue, therefore it's really blue, and then I swear, but everybody's talking about the fog and the mist, which is always around you. We see what's perspective, right? What if your perspective is based on their guidance? And who's really wise? The ones who have fooled you, trapped you, in trepidation. Honestly, I don't want to be talking about this stuff because I'm aware a few get it. I gotta get off of here, guys. I gotta go make my little veggie drink. Make my Benedict clay. Get myself prepped and ready so I can go and get this freezer put over. I think the freezer would be good over here or right behind, so we can keep our meat, you know what I mean, until we're ready, and the other things that we can freeze. We eat a lot of pretty good pasta, pestos and sauces and stuff, so it's good enough for us, you know what I mean. And if someone's come along, it's more than enough. But excuse me. I want y'all to think about that. Think. Okay. Share this. Right? See things for what they are. You don't have to say anything. The ones who are doing all the talking don't even know what they're saying because they're not thinking. There's no thought. Everything is pragmatic to what they put out in the world they created. To further subjugate you, to further keep chaos running in you. They're plenty steps ahead of you. Why do you have to step behind them? think I just hit him too hard, cuz.